But I was at my mum's the other night and regular TV was on, right?
Rip.
Yeah. But thank God Highway Patrol was on. Highway Patrol is not a bad show.
It's not too
But
bad.
I'm not going out of my way to watch it.
Oh, no, who would?
Anyway, so get this. I was watching, they have about 4 or 5 different people that they'll stop for different reasons, and it'll show clips of them, and then at the very end, you'll see the result of their punishment. The 2 I saw, one woman had been driving for 26 years without a license, never been caught. She got a $400 fine. So let's quickly think about that for a sec. $400 fine. She has skipped. Rego in Australia is roughly $800 a year.
Give or take, yeah.
She has beaten the system.
Plus insurance.
She has.
That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money saved.
Whacked it out of the park. It is. She has. And he's like, oh, you're going to have to go up in front of a magistrate. And she's like laughing. She's like, oh, I guess so. I've had a pretty. She was joking around like, I've had a pretty good run. I don't mind, actually. This guy on the freeway did a mono for 2 seconds, $1,000, and he loses his license for 2 months. Impounded bike as well. What are you talking about? He lifted his front wheel. This woman was driving without a license.
Didn't even get 1 foot of air.
26 years.
Yeah,
Are you kidding? And it's the same if maybe you have rich parents or you know someone who's an officer or in the system. Somehow, if you have 2 people with the same crime and one just has better connections, oh my God, is this one getting a lesser sentence or a lesser punishment?
Mate, seriously, the justice system in Australia is
corrupt. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokaii with 2 eyes. We are back. We are on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. But we're not on Twitch. But we're going to be talking about Twitch today.
Hey, banger.
There we go.
Fucking banger.
Now, there's so much Twitch news going on at the moment, so I thought, you know what, this is a good time to talk about Twitch, our experience, if we like it, the drama that's going on at the moment. They just banned gambling on Twitch.
Yeah, that's, to me, when you sent me that on Facebook, mate, I was like, shit just got real for Twitch because, mate, there's a lot of big gambling streamers on Twitch, itself, that have been, whether it's through sponsorship deal, like, there's a lot of money being pumped.
That's their income for some of them too.
Like, that's...
Imagine that's your day job, right? That literally streaming on Twitch, gambling is your day job, and they've just banned it. That honestly screws me up. It's the same with sometimes they'll do certain bans on Twitch or YouTube, and they'll get rid of certain channels, and I'll be sitting there, I'm like, hold on, that was your income. Does this mean you have to go back to a shopping centre? Do you have to go start making candles? There could be any job you want to do, but I guarantee any job after just sitting at your computer and gambling all day where you're winning lots, probably going back to the real world isn't going to be that fun.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. No way. You can even set your own hours. Like, realistically, if you're streaming too, like, you can set your own hours. Like, mate, you go back to that 9 to 5. Like, you're not your own boss anymore. Definitely. You've got to do what the man says or the woman says. Like, you don't have a choice.
You really don't. And
there's no freedom.
It does seem like the stereotype for a Twitch stream is very true in the way that a lot of them, and look, this is just what I see and the people I've watched, a lot of them do just sleep in all day, set their own hours, heaps of Uber Eats, heaps and DoorDash over there.
Love me some DoorDash.
Staying up all night and then just gaming all day and doing kind of their own thing. So I think
like they run on their own schedule per se.
So to go back to a regular job.
Oh, fuck that. Could you imagine how hard that would be to actually get back into the routine? Like, you've been doing this for like the best part of, say, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then you got to go all the way back. Like, mate, that initial week back at work would be fucking hell. Would actually be hell, man.
You're so right. It would be the most depressing day, especially maybe if you're at a shopping centre and you're scanning some items and you go, oh my God, these items aren't shooting back, or these items aren't giving me any prizes. Like, this is not like streaming.
Could you imagine as well, like, even just a simple conversation like, hey, how's your day going? And then you're like, what? Like, my stream never asked me this. Like,
it's 11 a.m. I'm still asleep.
Thanks for the sub. I mean, how's your day been? Like, mate, like, that is just you. You know what? If me and you, right, say this was our job, okay,
most times, every time we catch up, we try to do 4 podcasts, and then we will also do some gaming videos. Now, if we were being very successful and we were getting some constant cash flow coming through with this.
By the way, if anyone is out there, sponsor us. this is reaching out.
Then, again, we would kind of we could set our own hours. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, you've come up today. We've had a couple of chances to record podcasts in the daytime. Incredible. It's a different vibe.
Seriously, like, that in itself could be its own podcast, mate.
It honestly could. Because a lot of the times when me and Lee catch up, it is at night. And sometimes if we've had a big day at work or we had to get up early or had a hard night's sleep beforehand, sometimes it's like, all right, I've got to battle through.
Well, you got to battle through, but then at the same time, because especially, it's safe to say, both of us want to be giving our absolute all into this because we're so passionate, so driven, like we want it to succeed. It gets hard when, we've had a big day at work. Maybe like you've worked out, whatever. We come around, sit down, and then it's like, shit, I haven't eaten.
Yep.
So like at some stage, I need to get food, or I just need to push through and eat when I get home.
Yeah.
Then as well, obviously you haven't eaten, so the vibes might not be like up and about. Try to like match like your vibes, or you're trying to match mine, sort of thing. And I think the thing in the back of our heads as well, granted, depending on the night, if we've got work the next day, it's also like, I sort of want to ensure that I'm home or in bed by like this time.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're sort of like watching the clock as well a bit, being like, fuck, do I call it? But like, shit, we haven't done enough. Like, we need to like, it's so.
And also, what me and Lee are saying, it is definitely not in any way a hard hobby.
Oh, no.
Like, it is so enjoyable. But what we mean is like putting the passion and like actually, there's a different vibe when we sit down now. When you've come up, you've had a good sleep, I've had a good sleep, and we're just up and we're like, oh, I'm passionate.
I think seeing the sunshine as well,
it's
like
just good.
For the camera bot, like seriously, like you see that outside, the mood's instantly like, I feel fucking amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I feel good.
But if we do have a night where like it's just the day's been hectic, it's just been like, okay, something we are passionate about. The podcast sounds like this. Yeah, no, that was pretty good.
Well,
I
think
guess that
it's funny because some people will be some people that I talk to, they're like, oh man, I was watching this one, like is it here, and then like this one, and I'm like, you've got to understand. I'm like, we bang out 4 podcasts, so I'm like, the vibes to the first podcast, I'm like, there's probably like a hidden trend that you'll see. I'm like, if you like watch what we're wearing, by that 4th one, we might be. It'd be a story about this to a story about that to a story about that, but then shit, that was the topic, bring it back to, I'm like, seriously, by the 4th one, half the time, our minds are just scrambled. We're genuinely like...
Actual scrambled.
It's genuinely like, we need to do 4.
And sometimes the 4th one will just be completely silly, like just ridiculous, or it'll be just like, I am so wrecked. Right now.
Like we'll just be like looking at the computers over there, just being like, I can't do this game. Like,
so to go back to it, look, if this was a job for me and Lee, say we didn't have to work and this was our job, I would not be able to handle doing this, like let's say 3-4 hours a day, then being able to go to gym, do what I want, just have an
whole
absolute
day
ball.
ahead of yourself.
If we did that straight for like 2-3 years, and then I had to go back to a regular job, I would actually want to die.
Well, mate, that's the thing as well, because could you imagine, like productivity-wise, man, if this was our full-time job, Monday to Friday, fuck, we could seriously even have a long weekend every fucking week.
Literally.
Like, if you're like on a Monday, man, I'm sitting down with you, you're sitting down here, I want to teach you how to edit, put all this together, bang all this out, get like a month, like seriously, 2 weeks ahead at all times, pushing 3, possibly a month. The amount of fucking free time. Mate, there could be times as well where it's just like, oh, what are you doing this week? And you're like, oh, I'm on holidays. It's like, what do you mean you're on holidays? It's like, oh, I'm like this far ahead with like YouTube and all that, like everything's like ready to go, scheduled and whatnot. Like,
yeah,
if I need to do something, I'll just hit up you and Lee will just come around and sweet.
I think
it's crazy.
This creates a really good question because there's always an argument I see online. So we're talking about how fun it would be if we were doing this full time, right? I see a lot that Twitch streamers and YouTubers who do it full time sit there and go, oh, you don't understand how hard it is. You don't understand how hard this is. I will still completely disagree. I think that if you were to go back to a normal 9-to-5 job, you would take back the Twitch streaming, the creating YouTube content immediately. The only thing I'll give sympathy for, the only thing is mental health. because
Yeah, well, that would take a fucking toll, especially all the negative stuff.
there's
Because
so much.
it's right there.
Yeah.
Like, in the sense of, like, in the real world, like, someone might be like, oh, fuck you, like, whatever, and you're just like, whatever, like, sort of thing.
That doesn't even happen in the real world.
But, like, online, though, like,
it's constant.
comment after comment, day after day, stream after stream, tweet after tweet. Like, people are out there to more or less rustle your jimmies.
And mate, if someone actually come up to me in my day-to-day life face to face and said, fuck you, I would be, first off, in shock. I'd be like, this never happens. But online, you'll get that by about 10 different people in 10 minutes.
And
easily.
It
takes a
online,
toll.
it's actually like, it is ruthless, man. Like, you've seen, like, some of the hate has led, and, like, dare say, rest in peace, Edeka, but, like, it just gets to the point where, like, it gets to, it seriously, like, people forget, like, the other person on the other side of that camera, like, they are human. They are exactly the same as you and I. They've just been fortunate enough to be the right person at the right time.
Yeah, spot on.
And they've just managed to somehow have the right people behind them to boost them to this famous lifestyle.
Yeah,
I guess you could say, or like, yeah, like
so many people. I think,
and I don't think a lot of people as well. Like, you always hear the story. It's like, oh, I was just doing YouTube for the fun of it. I was just doing. I think that's the thing. Like, for the most part, like, Graham, there would be that portion that are doing it because they want to succeed. They want it to buy. But there seems to be a very large portion who, like, again, right person, right time, and then it's the sudden rise to fame. And it's like, oh shit! Like, I was doing this just as a bit of a hobby, a bit of fun, and like, it's almost like, fuck, now it's like too much. Like, I actually didn't.
But I can't not take advantage of this opportunity as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there is so much money online in video games, in streaming, in YouTube. There, especially if you're doing well, there's a lot of money. So you're totally right. There's days where I'll be having a really rough day. I could be having just something's happened and I'm just down. And there's some days as well where nothing's happened and you're just down. To think to be a streamer. And then you're having one of those days and you jump online and you just try to boost your mood and you go, hey guys, how you going? And then you're just getting nothing but hate. And they have no idea that in your private messages, you got some psychos too who just will send off death threats here and there.
Yeah, maybe there's like family issues. There's also like, relationship problems. Maybe like you have an argument with like the missus or a family members. But like the online world doesn't know that. So then you're getting told like you're a piece of shit online. Like we hate you and all that. It's all of a sudden it's just like, shit, this is going on behind closed doors that I haven't publicly announced because I don't need them to know.
Yep.
And all that. And now I'm getting this on top of it as well. Like, nah, fuck this. Like,
I'm very curious if I think it's getting worse as kids are growing up that they're saying things like that. Just for some reason, kill yourself has just become a classic comment.
Like,
I don't
even like,
why.
and I must admit, like I would that was like a go-to when I was playing COD. Raging as well, and like there's some obscene things that I was definitely saying playing COD, probably still to a degree.
Yeah, but you were saying it more in a party with your friends, like getting angry at the game. Like some people are actually attacking a creator, saying you should kill yourself. You were like, I remember gaming with you. You would just get furious and say the most random shit in a private party. These guys will watch someone's video and will actually say go kill yourself, or even worse, a private message. If you private message someone to say go kill yourself, that's not for attention. Because obviously it's private. So you're obviously looking to it's just harmful.
It's sort of the same, like the private messaging ones. I'm always like, fucking really? Like I see it all the time with we're from Melbourne, so AFL players, and it'll be simple like they're putting on a multi. Some player doesn't kick a goal, they'll reach out to him on an Instagram message and be like, "You're a fuck, saying I can't believe you didn't fucking kick a goal. You cost me like $1,000."
That's ridiculous.
And if I'm a player and I see that, I'd be like, okay, like
yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Your name's Joe Cunt. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like,
not everybody's emotionally stable.
They're not, man. Some people
one message like that, they really can't take it. So a lot of young girls are doing it now too. I'll see stuff with like Addison Rae and Dixie D'Amelio, the popular TikTokers. If they're not with a certain guy or they've broken up with a guy or maybe they've hooked up with someone else, next thing you know, death threats. Evil, just hate comments, just messages. It's way overboard. And I would love to think about what would happen, because I couldn't imagine this scenario. If you were to actually comment on someone's video or even personally message them and say, kill yourself. What happens if they actually do? Like, how would you really feel?
It's a fucking fair question.
Because you're part of the problem.
Yeah, no, you are. Like, and then, you drove them to that breaking point.
Surely you would have to feel awful.
Well,
and
you'd like to think your fucking guilty conscience would, but there's probably, I was going to say, a lot of people probably just like, oh, well.
Well, that's why I think the most people that do, you will never see someone successful doing shit like that. If you are in your room 24/7, you don't go out, you're not trying to be social, you don't go to the gym, you're not eating right, and all you do is spend your day inside, just in the darkness. Over time, you build up hate towards people who are doing well in life because you look at them and it's plain and simple, it's jealousy. And you're stuck in your room, you're not doing anything, and then you just hate.
Yeah, you're not getting out in the real world.
And it's the worst way to live your life. I promise you, if you just start going out eating well, over time, that will slowly
even 5
change.
minutes in the sun, man, can boost your fucking serotonin levels.
Man.
Enjoy it, Like, there's things at your fingertips. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, the whole telling someone to kill yourself, like, in a serious manner, not like, not friends joking towards each other, like
time on social media.
Direct message. That's too far.
It is too far. The other thing as well, like sort of going back to resurfacing the Twitch thing. See, the thing that Twitch to me makes little to no sense.
Absolutely none.
Like, their banning system is so all over the shop. I can't quite comprehend. So gambling's banned, granted, okay, maybe there's kid viewers, they don't want to get kids into gambling. I can see that side, I guess, of the issue. But then, how do you not ban, I can't...
We had a clip the other day. You literally sent me a clip and you're like, I cannot believe this. And it was a girl getting fucked on stream, but the guy was off stream.
Yeah.
And to put this in perspective for anyone, live streaming, she got banned for 7 days. I was telling you about a streamer who got banned for 30 because he joked around about beating up one of his viewers in an event. Just joking around, said, I'm going to beat you up at this event. While someone made a sex show and only gets 7. But also, keep in mind, these girls, their streams are now going to boost after that 7 days. Their OnlyFans going up, everything.
That's the thing. It just doesn't make any sense. It's the same as almost promoting hot tub streamers.
It is.
And stuff like that. I'm like, we're in an age now where equality, people want fair rights both ways and stuff like that. That's all long and gone. I'm sorry, and it's not an attack on the female, anything like that at all. I'm equal rights. If a male's going to get banned for this amount of days, so should it shouldn't be anybody different. Who's the famous Twitch streamer who had multiple she got banned multiple times? I can't think of her name, but I know a lot of people. I would like to think some people watching out there would know about the Twitch trial. But she's been banned that many times for hitting a cat and all this stuff.
ALINITY.
Yeah, her bans are all of 5 days, 4 days, and it's if a guy I'm sorry, but if a guy was to do that, that's gone, terminated. You're done.
Yeah. And by the way, she's got an OnlyFans now, and it's going off. She's rich. she is rich.
Well, that's what it's just. It has me stumped. I'm just granted, I know that we've got a Twitch channel, and stuff like that, but it does scare me, knowing that we could do something that we find, even our chat finds, our viewers, whatever, are whatever, they're two Aussies, just. But then Twitch are going to take it another way, and then all of a sudden we're permabanned. Or it's you can't stream for 3 months.
I find it more...
I don't know,
I find it more scary for the people that is their income. Do you know what I mean? And you can sit there and you can go, okay, well, hold on. It could be a joke. And it's I've built up an audience where this joke is okay. This is me being me.
It's a thing between me and my stream.
And somehow you're getting offended or someone else is getting offended. And now, because of them, I'm not making income for a week. If someone came up to me and said... went up and said, hey, and I'm in a cafe, I heard something you just said, I'm not a fan of it. And then goes into my workplace and says, he's not getting paid for a week, and it actually somehow goes through. Is that not fucking lunacy? Well, you're taking away someone's income for a week or even longer.
Well, even the fact of PewDiePie, obviously that time on stream where he said the N-word, then he gets, then Pokimane says the N-word, but oh no, it's her accent. Yeah. That's not what she said. She fucking said what she fucking said. The punishment should be exactly the same. I don't give a shit who it is.
Yeah.
You can't have one set of rules for one person, then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I hate it. It's not just it's just in everything, life in general. You can't pick and choose fucking rules.
You see that a lot in
that's bullshit.
The justice system where, let's say, I saw this. Okay, Highway Patrol, great example. We've talked about this before. We don't watch a lot of regular TV at all. But I was at my mum's the other night, and regular TV was on. Right?
Rip.
Yeah. But thank God, Highway Patrol was on. Highway Patrol is not a bad show.
It's not too
but
bad.
I'm not going out of my way to watch it.
Oh, no, who would?
Anyway, so get this. I was watching, they have about 4 or 5 different people that they'll stop for different reasons, and it'll show clips of them, and then at the very end, you'll see the result of their punishment. The 2 I saw, one woman had been driving for 26 years without a license, never been caught. She got a $400 fine. So let's quickly think about that for a sec. $400 fine. She has skipped. Rego in Australia is roughly $800 a year.
Give or take, yeah.
She has beaten the system.
Plus insurance.
She has.
That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money saved.
Whacked it out of the park. It is. She has. And he's like, oh, you're going to have to go up in front of a magistrate. And she's like laughing. She's like, oh, I guess so. I've had a pretty... She was joking around like, I've had a pretty good run. I don't mind, actually. This guy on the freeway did a mono for 2 seconds, $1,000, and he loses his license for 2 months. Impounded bike as well. What are you talking about? He lifted his front wheel. This woman was driving without a license.
Didn't even get 1 foot of air.
26 years.
Yeah,
Are you kidding? And it's the same if maybe you have rich parents or you know someone who's an officer or in the system. Somehow, if you have 2 people with the same crime and one just has better connections, oh my God, is this one getting a lesser sentence or a lesser punishment?
Mate, seriously, the justice system in Australia is
corrupt as shit.
I was going to say, that in itself is its own topic that we can seriously spur on, but... You can't. It's just. I'm sorry. Like the equal rights thing to me, and like it just.
Bro, and don't say sorry. You can have an opinion.
It's just. It just fucks me off, man. Like people want equal rights, but then when it is equal, it's still somehow not fair.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't make any. It does. I know it's such a go-to, but.
Can we talk about that for a sec before we go?
Infuriates me.
What makes me angry is the fact that you can't have an opinion anymore without having to quickly just set the foundation to make sure some people won't get upset.
I almost think that's why I went to that word.
No, but I fully get where you're coming from because context is key. And
I just know, and that's a problem as well, and I apologise for cutting you off. It is so easy. So someone who's watching this right now, to clip me saying something, to then clip it with another thing, that then gets shared around. I look like a fucking idiot and the bad guy, based on this 12-second thing that they've pieced together of my worst moments, my worst bits, whatever, called me out. If you watch the whole fucking podcast, you would know that that's not what I've actually fucking said. Like,
and also, with those people that it happens, if you do watch the whole podcast, video, stream, whatever it be, and you still don't agree with them, on to the next. My God, don't send them a hateful message. Don't fucking send them a death threat. Just go and watch some more different YouTube you like.
That's the thing as well. I'll never understand. We talk about some topics that people might not like. You might click away from whatever. On the internet, if everyone fucking agrees with your opinion, you've got a lot of fucking yes men, or you're fucking delusional.
Yeah.
You are fucking delusional.
Yeah.
Like
someone has somehow hacked your channel in particular, or it's the same with giving someone a fake scratchy. It's not real. You will never, no matter what, and I'll leave this as we go. This is a perfect example, but I can think of many. You once showed me a video of a teenager who lost his grandpa. And he was playing his final game of basketball, and he wanted to get something like, what was it, 69 points?
61, yeah.
61
Chris
points.
Paul, the NBA
61
player,
points in respect to his grandfather. In that game, he got it. 61 points in a fucking basketball game by himself. And he broke down and cried, and everyone hugged him, right? You've even said
a wholesome video.
One of the most emotional, wholesome videos you've ever seen. That one's got a bunch of dislikes. Okay, how? How can you dislike that?
yeah.
In what way would you press dislike? You don't like basketball? Then why are you on a fucking basketball video?
No,
like,
it's so true.
oh, it hurts my head.
I know that we're coming right to the end here, but that's another thing. I personally never understood. If you don't like something, especially on the internet of all places, just click off.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, just keep scrolling.
TikTok's perfect for it. If there's something I don't like, I can hold the video and say not interested. It's not like I don't like the video, but you've shown me 2 teenagers dancing to a Fergie song. I don't want to watch it. I just don't. So I go not interested.
I can't believe I don't want to watch my hums.
Yeah. That's a good way to end it. Oh, guys, that was Morokaii with 2 eyes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Boom.